Okay guys, let's jump into part 2. See if we can open anything better. So far only one god card. Okay, so again the foil card is just a common. And the rare is Psychic Intrusion. This is definitely something you can play in EDH. The uncommons are Horizon Scholar, Evangel of Heliod. Okay. Moving on. Another token, as I said, can always use those. Soldier of the Pantheon. This is something that's going to see play in standard most likely. I don't know if this is something I'd run in EDH unless it was in a one color deck. Something like a Thalia deck or something like that. For 1v1 you could definitely run that. Okay, here we go. So, Burnished Heart. This is a card I think you can run in EDH. It's an artifact creature, so you can play it into any colors. 3 mana, 2/2. You can pay 3 and sacrifice it to search your library for up to 2 basic land cards and put them onto the battlefield tapped. So this is definitely something I think you can play in EDH to kind of fix your colors. In some of the more color intensive decks, 3 colors or more. Well, I'd say 3 colors. If you're running 5 colors, you're probably running a lot of non-basic lands. Okay, so we have another token here, a Golem token. And the rare is Steam Augury. It's basically the new Fact or Fiction. The difference being that you make the piles instead of your opponent. On commons, we get another Dissolve, Sealock Monster, Evangel of Heliod. It's not been the best box so far, not even close. Another Golem token. Okay, this is a good card. Ashen Rider. This is a card that you're gonna see in Legacy. If you watch Legacy, this can definitely go in Reanimator. It'll just replace Angel of Despair because it's just a better card when you're not paying to cast it. And this is actually something that I'll probably run in EDH. So as far as EDH goes, this is a really good card. Uncommons here. Horizon Chimera. This is something that I might put in my cube for any of you that have seen the videos on my cube. This is a really good card for Simic. 4 mana, 3/2 flash, flying trample. Whenever you draw a card, you gain a life. That's really solid value right there. So that's a good card. I'm happy to see that. Just gotta find something to take out of Simic. I'm sure I can find something. And this pack does not want to open. Let's try the bottom. Okay, so right away I see a comment that I've been skipping over, but I'll go over it a little bit right now. I do think this card can potentially see play in EDH. It's 5 mana, 2/4, but when it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black, and you gain that much life. So you can definitely have a mono black deck or something that could use this guy to your advantage. As far as the rare goes, Hammer of Perforus, again, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So I think that's the 3rd god weapon that I've cracked. Blue and white being the other 2. I actually think it's a really good card as well. 3 mana, all your creatures have haste, and if you have a whole bunch of lands or something like that, you can start sacking lands to make creatures to close the game out. Nemesis of Mortals. I actually don't think this is a horrible card either. It's a 6 mana 5/5. You could probably run in a Snake tribal deck or something. And it costs 1 less for each creature in your graveyard. And the monstrosity for 9 actually costs 1 less as well for other creatures in your graveyard, and has Monstrosity 5. It'd probably be more in a budget deck than anything, but it can definitely be ran. It's also not a bad cube card. Another token. Okay, Sylvan Carotid. I actually have the alternate art buy a box promo version of this card already, so it's not something I was looking for, but I do think this is a really good card, and it's one of those cards that's not gonna be forgotten, basically. You know, it's always gonna be a good card. And yes, you can definitely run it in EDH, you can definitely run it in Standard, potentially even Modern. Any format that Birds of Paradise is in, you can probably run that card in as well. I'd really love to see another God card here. Okay, so another token. Ooh, Nemesis of Mortals foil. Nice. So if it does go in the cube, I'll use the foil one, obviously, because why not? Titan of Eternal Fire. Wow, I am just getting all the shit rares. Another Dissolve, so I'm 1 away from a playset. Moving on. Fleecemane Lion. Okay, so this is a card that you're definitely, absolutely going to be seeing in Standard. Modern is a possibility, but it's Watchwolf. Right off the bat, it's Watchwolf, which is already a good card. And you have the ability later on in the game, next turn, or the next 2 turns, to pay 5, make it a 4/4 that's indestructible and has hexproof. So this is definitely a card you're going to see played and constructed. Maybe EDH. I don't know. Moving on. I know I'm skipping through a lot of comments and stuff, but I'm sure no one's interested in the comments, and the video would just be way too long with comments. Okay, so our foil is yet another common. No foil rares so far. Another token. And our rare is Prognostic Sphinx. Definitely an EDH playable card. 5 mana, 3/5 flyer. Discard a card and he gains hexproof until end of turn. And you tap it. And whenever he attacks, you get to scry 3. So that's the solid part of his ability there, is being able to scry when he attacks for 3. In the uncommons, nothing to write home about there. Next pack, another board token, and another God card finally. So we got Heliod. As I said in the deck with the God cards, this is something that I might play in my Trostani token deck. You know, just to give my tokens vigilance, and he also makes tokens, so that's pretty good. And you know, it's a 4 mana indestructible enchantment at worst. Another Evangel of Heliod. Another Burnished Heart, so not bad. So I'm happy to see that I actually cracked another God card there. Makes me feel slightly better, but I've gotten a lot of rares that I have zero interest in for EDH, and they also have 0 value. Another token. Okay, this is definitely a card that I wanted to get. I know it's not worth much, but it's green removal. I mean, it's blue removal. 2 and X, and you get to exile X target creatures. They get green boars, the tokens I've been showing you for it, but chances are in EDH, whatever you're removing is going to be stronger than 2/2 green boars. So that's a really good card. Another Horizon Chimera here, and the other 2 cards aren't that relevant. To me anyways. So that's good that I got Curse of the Swine. Definitely an EDH card. Has EDH written all over it. And those Citizen Hero. This is another one of the cards that you get in one of the intro decks. I won't go over this too much. I will say though that it is a legendary creature, so you can potentially make it your commander. Build a deck around it. I personally wouldn't, but you have that option. And there are uncommons here. Nothing that I'm that interested in. Only a couple packs left. Another soldier token. And our rare. Wow, I completely forgot that these lands were even in this set because I didn't crack any. I was hoping to crack some of them. Temple of Abandon. Everyone knows what it does. It taps for red and green and you scry. It comes into play tapped. I actually like these lands a lot. I know people are saying they're just the Guild Gates with scry and they're rare, but I think they should be rare. And they're going to be good for EDH. Definitely good for EDH. So at least I cracked one of those. The uncommons. Glare of Heresy, you can see playing EDH. A lot of people play white and it exiles a white permanent. Destructive Revelry. Definitely an EDH card. You know, it's naturalized, but it does 2 damage to the permanent's controller. So that's just solid. Here's a card that you're going to probably see in Standard. You're probably going to see it in Modern. And you could potentially see it in Legacy as well. I just feel like it's that good. So I'm glad to see I cracked one of those. Okay, only one pack left after this. Another token. Oh, okay. So another one of the lands, Temple of Deceit. Not bad. I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna get a playset of all of these lands. They'll probably drop in value after their new feel goes away, and then I'll grab them. Magma Jet, that's my second one, so not bad. And Faraka's Marauder, Mender, 5 mana 4/3. I already explained that card. If you're playing a deck with enchantments, it's decent. And the last pack from this box has okay, so the last pack has a foil Perforus. That is really good. This makes me feel significantly better than I did a minute ago, so that's good. That feels really good. I'd have preferred if it was Erebos or something, but you know. And then my regular rare is Rageblood Shaman. It's a Minotaur Lord. There's not a lot of Mentors, but you know, has Trample. Mentors you control get +1/+1 and have Trample. And the uncommons. This is kind of another Minotaur Lord, in that other Mentor you control have haste, and whenever a Mentor you control attacks, it gets +2/+1 till end of turn. Again, there's not a lot of Minotaurs out there, but there's Lords coming, which means there's going to be more Minotaurs in the upcoming 2 sets. So there you have the box. Got my tokens, which is good. I'm going to need them. Got my rares. Nothing to write home about. Perforus foil was huge. It's the best thing I cracked, hands down. I got 2 of the lands. Curse of the Swine, which I think is really good for EDH. I got Heliod. Fleecemane Lion's probably going to go up in value. Got the Hammer. I got Ashen Rider. Ithonia the Cruel. Spear of Heliod. Reaper of the Wilds. Bident of Thassa, a regular Perforus, this land, Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, which like I said could potentially be good in EDH. And yeah, that's it. I actually have another box, but I'm not going to open that on camera. because this was long. This was about 30 minutes with the 2 videos. But thanks for watching. If any of you guys bought a box and you want to talk about it, let me know in the comments what you got, if you cracked anything good, or what you're looking forward to cracking if you're going to get a box. Thanks for watching.